Okay, so it's almost 2:22, and I promised y'all the naughty brownie recipe today. So there are only 3 ingredients. Now, I'm doing these for my mother, so it's not exactly the same. Normally, this would be just regular chocolate chip cookies, but I got her the pecan turtle delight. And a bag of brownie mix. It doesn't matter what kind of mix. I normally just buy the one that costs $1. And then you need Reeses cups. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is you're going to oil your pan. And this is a non-stick pan, but I still oil it anyway when it comes to this because of the things that all go into it. And you actually don't. That's probably way too much oil. This is one of the things that I give as a gift. If you didn't see my earlier video, it is so perfect for if you're a parent, if you're trying to lose weight, if you live alone, and it's not just for brownies. It is literally for anything.
Breakfast bites.
Breakfast bites. That is so perfect. Meatloaf, individual meatloaves. When you just need a little snack, or like I said, if you're on a diet, so we're just gonna pour in the things that you need to mix together. If you're on a diet, and one of the hardest things when you're dieting is consistently eating. For me, that's always what it was consistently eating. I've actually been in the gym and working on my weight very hard. I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, but consistently eating, making sure you have snacks and making sure you have your meals all planned out. Okay. So I know I haven't talked a lot about this. This is, if you guys follow me, you know it's one of my favorite things. Also want to know his favorite things. It is cordless. And I don't have a lot of outlets in my kitchen, so it's perfect for me, especially since I cook on that island right in front of my stove. So it's, like I said, it's one of my favorite things. And you always want to take the battery off first. It is the last thing to the party and the first thing to leave. Okay, so your bottom layer is going to be your cookie. And like I said, this is normally chocolate chip. But because it is my mother and I love her dearly, it is turtle. This is the cookie that you see this is the brownie that you see Noah making from the time he was little. And you're just going to put a cookie in the whales. Hey, Mom, can you hand me a wet paper towel, please? Like I said, this is a turtle brownie. This isn't a regular brownie, so this is going to be crazy decadent and just insane. Absolutely insane. That is your bottom layer. You just want to push that down so that it fills the bottom of your whale. Thank you very much. I was saying earlier, if you're dieting and one of the best proteins that you can have is the eggs, you know how they have those eggs at McDonald's? Well, cracking eggs into the bottom of this well and then baking them in the oven. Or if you like boiled eggs, you can actually use this to put your eggs into it and boil your eggs in the oven also. I saw somebody do that. I thought that is so neat. So that's the first layer. And this recipe is so easy that anybody can do it. Also, one of the things that I want you to think about, my hands are so slippery that I don't know if I'm going to be able to open up the... open up the Reeses cups. Vanna, can I have some assistance, please? Oh. You can tell I'm used to cooking with my children who are my runners, but they're in school right now. And I'm sure my mother appreciates running for me. I absolutely love cooking with my kiddos. My husband started cooking with my son when he was super tiny. I didn't even know kids could help that much in the kitchen, but he did. He started cooking with Noah when Noah was super tiny, and Noah still loves to cook. Speaking of little tiny kids, I was telling you earlier that if you had kiddos and latchkey kids, those kids that you maybe come home and you're still at work, having little meatloafs or individual meals that you've made for them that are in the freezer, put them in the refrigerator before you leave for work, and when they come home, they know to pop them in the microwave or air fryer or whatever you have to warm up. Healthy meals when you're running behind that you cooked in here and then placed in a freezer bag, and you just pull them out. It makes cooking so convenient when you have this kind of stuff. This is actually my first baking pan from Pampered Chef. So I've actually had this pan for 7 long years. I'm almost positive it came in my starter kit back then. I don't think it still comes in the starter kit, but I think this came in my starter kit. And the first thing that I made in it was the cream cheese blueberry brownies, which also are delicious. I can tell I'm not cooking at home. I'm cooking at my mom's house, because at my house I always have a mini trash can for all of my stuff to go into. I have my hot water for washing my hands, and it's right next to my island. But I also cook at my mom's house a lot. I like to cook with my grandmother too. Hi, Grandmommy, if you're watching or if you see this. I love cooking with my grandmother. I owe you a lamb dinner. I haven't forgot about you. Okay, we only have 4 more to go. Then we're going to cover the brownies, the first 2 layers up with the brownie batter. We're going to pop them in the oven. And I'm telling you, you give this gift away one time, and this is the gift that people are going to want from you. They're actually going to talk about it, enjoy it, want to know how you did it. And if you really like them, buy them their own as a gift. And not just the brownie pan, but actually when I give away the pan, I actually put the entire recipe into a gift bag and take it over there and either give it or make it and give it. I think it's a lot more fun to make it and give it than just to give it. Now the tricky part with this is the amount of brownie that you put on top. All of that is going to melt together into some really deliciousness. Okay. Now you're just gonna...
You need to scoop.
I really do need to scoop. I like the way you read my mind. Me and my mother have been cooking together for a while. I had a garden for a long time, and I would look out the window and my mother would be in the back in my garden enjoying herself. She probably ate more out of that garden than I did. The thing that I like about the scoop and why my mom mentioned it is because when you use the scoop, you can actually measure out the proper amount perfectly. And using this, I'm feeling like, oh, that is way too much going into the...
There's a scoop right there.
I know, I see it, but I'm already on it.
Too much.
I know. At this point, the only person who's eating them is you. Oh, also, if you are on a diet and you enjoy rewarding yourself, you can make these and then freeze them in a baggie. Whenever I'm freezing something like this, I like to put them in aluminum foil. And then instead of eating all of them at once, they're frozen. So you're not going to do that. You have more of a tendency to just grab one out as a reward. And I know everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of people say, if you're on a diet, why are you going to... You definitely, when you're on a diet, you don't want to cut out completely everything. You want to leave something for yourself to enjoy so that you don't feel like you're not completely missing out. And that was the sound of the oven letting us know that it's ready. So you use the temperature for the brownie, not the temperature for the cookies. And they will come out perfectly every time. I will post the finished video, the finished picture below this video. That is the naughty brownie. And now you understand, I think we all understand that I completely missed one. You know, in Pampered Chef, they say you have to be pampered, not perfect. Now you know what that means, okay? It means that you don't do everything perfectly, and you don't do everything perfectly when you're cooking either. That's one of the fun things about cooking is that what can you create when you make a mistake? If you know me, you know. I'm really big on, you make a mistake, what do you do with it? Here they are. Absolutely delicious. I'll post the finished video or picture later. All right. Bye.